communities. Today's graduates reflect that mission. All graduates serve as members of the Rural Health Professions Program, or RHPP. The Arizona legislature created RHPP in 1997 to address shortages of health professionals in Arizona's rural communities. RHPP provides rural training experiences for students from all 3 state universities. The NAUPA program recruits students from the RHPP to serve as Arizona Area Health Education Center Scholars, or AHEC Scholars, a 2-year community-based interprofessional training program. And this year's cohort had an unprecedented number of participants in that program, as you'll see in the program. Students are assigned a regional AHEC center where they work collaboratively with the community to develop and implement health programs. NAU students complete the largest proportion of clinical rotation hours at Arizona AHEC regional centers compared to other participating academic institutions. And the majority of our graduates remain in Arizona to serve patients, families, and communities, with over half practicing in medically underserved communities. As we celebrate these and other accomplishments today, I would like to take a moment and acknowledge our service members. NAU proudly supports veterans, active duty military personnel, and members of the National Guard or Reserve. Any graduates, family members, or guests who are members of the military, we invite you to stand and be recognized. Some of you have traveled long distances to commemorate this significant occasion. Thank you for being here with us. We are excited to have you. The journey to become a PA is not to be underestimated. The rigor of this program, from submitting the application, obsessing over that personal narrative, getting the interview, and expressing that eagerness to drink from the fire hose, the proverbial fire hose, and emphasizing that willingness to be flexible and to adapt, and ultimately to be offered a seat is intense, with approximately 2,000 applicants for only 60 seats. They're truly the best of the best. We look for candidates with a passion for our mission, academic ability, and a certain level of determination, or what some might call grit, because you need it to make it through this arduous process. Graduates, this journey has been a difficult one, with many lectures, exams, OSCEs, maybe some tears along the way. You spent countless hours in B102. There were many long hours outside of class spent studying, and you faced a new set of expectations with every rotation. And there were likely times when your resolve was put to the test. Despite the many demands on your time, you also found time to devote yourselves to serving others and the community. And while you shared many experiences, you also had ones that were unique to you. Each of you has contributed in a unique way to the class as a whole. In the midst of it all, some of you further endured major life transitions, moving across the country, or getting married, or welcoming new babies. Some were more heartbreaking, the loss of loved ones, or dealing with difficult diagnoses. And yet here you are. Let's take a moment to thank the people, your support system, who helped you through these times of joy and sadness. It is also important for us to recognize another group of people who played a significant role in your success. You would not be here tonight if it were not for the efforts of each and every member of the faculty and staff. Their passion and dedication have motivated them to devote themselves to helping you to succeed. Specifically, I'd like to recognize a few individuals who, alongside their responsibilities of faculty, modeled the pursuit of lifelong learning as students themselves in the Doctor of Medical Science program. Dr. Tiffany Cook, Dr. Nicole Fursky, and Dr. Jacob Gubler graduated last December, and soon-to-be Dr. Joe Harrison will graduate in the next week, and still other faculty members are currently enrolled. I hope you will agree, if not now, then eventually, that the difficult journey is well worth it. These challenges have served to strengthen your character. Faculty have had the privilege of seeing you develop into the competent, compassionate clinicians that we hoped you would be. We're so proud of you. As we formally welcome you into the profession as our colleagues, we hope you now will leave the formalities behind and call us by our first names as fellow PAs. It is now my pleasure to introduce Josie Ashlison, who was selected by her classmates to deliver the student address on behalf of the class of 2025.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Again, my name is Josie Ashlison, and I am very grateful to have served as the president for the class of 2025 this year. And thank you all for being here to celebrate not just our accomplishments, but the resilience, sacrifice, and heart it took to reach this moment. Standing here feels surreal. We have all pictured this day more times than we can count, usually during long days of studying or preparing for clinicals, wondering how we would get through it all. And now here we are. So much of what we've endured goes unspoken, yet it lives in the way we've grown. The late nights and early mornings, the constant pressure to know more, do more, be more, the imposter syndrome that crept in even on our best days, the missed birthdays, the canceled plans, and a life that kept moving forward as we chased this dream. And yet, through it all, this experience became more than just a challenge. It became a transformation. We didn't just memorize facts or master procedures. We learned how to think critically, adapt quickly, and stayed grounded when everything felt uncertain. We discovered how to trust ourselves, how to lead with empathy, and how to show up even when running on empty. In the process, we didn't just become smarter. We became stronger, more capable, and more human. That growth is what we carry with us now into every room, every patient interaction, and every step of our careers ahead. To our families, friends, and loved ones, thank you. You didn't just support us, you carried us when we were too tired, too overwhelmed, or too discouraged to keep going. You believed in us on the days that we didn't believe in ourselves. You listened when we vented, supported us through burnout, celebrated every win, and reminded us why we started this journey. This isn't just our achievement, it's yours too. To our faculty, preceptors, and mentors, thank you for challenging us, holding us accountable, and teaching us that being a good PA means being a good human first. You didn't teach us medicine. You taught us how to lead with compassion, how to grow through setbacks, and how to strive to be better every single day. You gave us space to grow, to fail, to learn, and you never let us forget why we chose this path. To my classmates, today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter for all of us. While our paths may soon lead us in different directions, the strength, determination, and dedication we've shared will carry us forward. Together, we've overcome challenges, celebrated victories, and built a foundation that will empower us to make a difference wherever we go. You've inspired me, humbled me, and made me incredibly proud to stand alongside you. As we step forward, we enter a profession that calls for more than knowledge and skill. It asks us to be present, to listen deeply, and to honor the stories and struggles of those we serve. This journey is about recognizing the humanity in every patient and embracing the privilege of their trust. Our true success will not be measured by the exams we pass or the notes we write, but the moments we make a difference through offering comfort, hope, and understanding. Those moments will define us far more than any credential ever could. Today marks the start of a lifelong journey, a promise to care deeply, to stand up for those who need us, and to keep learning every day. As we move forward, let integrity, humility, and kindness guide every step, just as the connections we made along the way have guided us. I want to leave you with a quote from Hippocrates that I believe captures the heart of this profession. Wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity. As we step into this next chapter, let us never lose sight of that truth. Our work will be deeply demanding, but also deeply meaningful. Let the love of humanity drive us to listen with empathy, to treat with compassion, and to show up fully for every person who entrusts us with their care. Congratulations, class of 2025. We made it.
Thank you, Josie. It is now my distinct honor to welcome PA Rick Dean to the stage to give the keynote address this year. Rick Dean is the founding chair and program director of the Department of Physician Assistant Studies here at NAU. It is due to his passion and effort on behalf of rural and underserved communities that we are all here this evening. Rick spent 30 years treating underserved populations and more than 40 years as a PA educator. Throughout his career, he has been a leader and an advocate for the profession. He's a distinguished fellow of the American Academy of Physician Associates and was the 2024 recipient of the Eugene A. Stead Lifetime Achievement Award. He's currently an emeritus professor, continuing to contribute his wisdom and expertise to our program. Please join me in welcoming our esteemed colleague, PA Rick Dean.
Thank you, Dr. Bonin. Welcome, distinguished faculty and staff of NAU, parents, relatives, friends of the graduates, ladies and gentlemen, and first and foremost, the class of 2025, the 12th graduating class of the NAUPA program. It's a great honor and pleasure to be your keynote speaker this evening, a once-only moment in your lives. A wise professor once told me that being a speaker at a commencement ceremony is analogous to being the corpse at a funeral. It's critical that you be there, but nobody wants to hear what you're saying. With that in mind, I'll keep my remarks brief. Congratulations on completing this significant accomplishment, and welcome to the healthcare professions. Take a moment today to contemplate what you have now completed. Many of you will remember these last 2 years as your life's most intense years. You studied harder, felt more anxiety, been exposed to more miracles and tragedy, and created more life-saving bonds with others than perhaps any other time in your life. So, the torch is now being passed to you to enhance the lives of the inhabitants of the world and help them to lead healthier lives. I challenge you to unleash your compassion, your knowledge, and your creativity for the greater good. You may think that the task is too big, and you, as a newly minted PA, are too inconsequential to make an impact. However, this is not the case. To quote my favorite anonymous graffiti artist, who once wrote on an aging Amtrak bridge somewhere in the Midwest, "Those who think they are too insignificant to have an impact have not spent enough time with mosquitoes." This is my opportunity to invite you to your future. This is my chance to now welcome you as healthcare providers, and my opportunity to give you a professional challenge, to throw down the gauntlet as you leave the life of a PA student, to confront the world in your new career. In fact, we need you. We need you badly. We need you right now. This program has done a great job of training its graduates to fill important jobs in the healthcare workforce. And if we are lucky, we may finally be able to someday face a decrease in the number of people in our country who live without health care. So here's my invitation, and here's my challenge. To help us change the system, help us do the things we don't talk enough about, decreasing the demand for health care. Be an advocate for health, not necessarily for more health care for those who already have access to it, but for a healthier population and a healthier society. This evening's ceremony allows us an opportunity to reflect on the meaning of what each of these newly graduated PAs will do each day. Today's a day of initiation into a new profession, a welcoming to the hallowed halls of healing. It is meant to inculcate a sense of vivid images, including goodness, honor, responsibility, privilege, privacy, autonomy, self-regulation, and most importantly, service to others. The healthcare professions have a commitment to serve others for no other reason than we have an obligation as healers to serve our patients and society. It reminds both the novice and the veteran that the foundation of our work is poured from a mixture of science and art. It includes the heritage of becoming a professional, including the qualities of personal integrity, truthfulness, making an earnest vow of faith to do no harm, continuous learning, and the specialized skills of our profession itself. There's an implied obligation and social contract to provide service solely due to the vulnerability that illness places on those afflicted. I'd like to quote my good friend Brian Maurer, a poet and PA with over 40 years of primary care pediatric experience. He once wrote to me in an email, "We learned the practice of medicine through the complex process of integrating knowledge and skills with wisdom and insight in our interactions with our patients. And although the medical record forms a composite history of the patient's illness, for the clinician, it may be the illness narrative that ultimately imparts some degree of healing to both the practitioner and the patient. You have now learned the science of medicine, and you have delved into its business. Now's the time to recall the art of its practice, for it's only in the practice of the art of medicine that you will sustain yourselves from day to day over the span of your professional career. These new graduates have made many sacrifices, as have many of you here in the audience also made sacrifices for them. They've assumed the consequences of a nation that lacks a coherent healthcare system and have nonetheless carried on, as we all have, to learn to live in an increasingly frenetic and complicated world. So let us reflect on these things as we share each other's company this evening in the celebration for these 57 special people who have supported each other in good times, challenging times, and difficult times. As they move forward as practicing PAs, I believe they have chosen their profession wisely. I will confidently tell them they have chosen a noble profession. Practicing medicine is arguably, above all of the professions, the most honorable and noble profession. And in my opinion, as biased as it may be, there's nothing else like practicing medicine as a PA. Patients will place their complete and utmost trust in you as their healthcare provider based on this role, which requires big doses of altruism, emotional empathy, and human compassion. However, the rewards of a life lived in this way can be rich indeed. But I believe the best part of being a PA isn't just about belonging to a great group of colleagues, although that's a wonderful thing in my opinion. The best part is having the privilege of working with and impacting the lives of other people, our patients. That's such an honor and privilege and will provide great meaning to your work on a daily, patient-by-patient basis. I hope you'll embrace that honor and strive to become the very best you possibly can be. My parting advice, I'd like to leave you with 5 suggestions. The first, value the privilege of being a healer. As a healthcare provider, you practice medicine, a noble calling since the beginning of time. This privilege allows you to enter into a most intimate relationship with your patients and to help them in a most fundamental way. It's no small thing to be involved in treating disease and alleviating suffering. Remember that the privilege of practicing medicine brings responsibilities as well as rewards. Do not betray your trust with patients. And remember the rule, first, do no harm. Now that you have gotten a handle on the science part, learn the art of the practice of the healing arts. Be curious about your patients and their illnesses. Second, maintain a sense of ethics. As healthcare professionals, we practice in an environment that is highly commercialized and competitive. The U.S. healthcare system is the most entrepreneurial, corporatized, and profit-driven healthcare system in the world. Most of the settings that employ providers, such as private practices, hospitals, and managed care organizations, to name just a few, are for-profit enterprises. It's easy in this environment for us to fall prey to conflicts of interest and or to acquire an economically oriented practice ethos. The essence of professionalism is placing the patient's interests ahead of one's own interests. We must always keep this in mind as we navigate in a highly monetized healthcare system. Third, be a humanitarian. Most healthcare professionals make a good living in the practice of medicine. Our salaries have been rising well ahead of the Consumer Price Index for decades. However, we have also chosen a calling that historically has professed to be about the delivery of medical care services to rural, underserved, and disadvantaged populations. However, we as a profession have drifted away from these roots. We need fewer providers carping about salary, reimbursement, and tort reform, and more who are seeking to assist fellow citizens who may be less fortunate. We should not let the noble social mission of our profession, that of service to our fellow human beings and to the medically needy, simply pass by. Fourth, treasure your profession. Part of being the healthcare professions is something special. The PA profession has grown impressively in numbers, utilization, and stature over the last 5 decades. We need to nurture and support our profession and its organizations. The early decades of this profession saw individuals with a great deal of passion and dedication working hard to join, advance, and lead our organizations, both on the state and national level. With the attainment of licensure, prescribing authority, and reimbursement, we've become complacent with regard to supporting our organizations, particularly the American Academy of Physician Associates and our state PA organizations. We are often prone to criticize the AAPA and tend to underappreciate what it has done to establish and advance the PA profession over the last 50 years. Membership in our organizations in service to the profession are essential for our continued prosperity, so I would ask you to consider such memberships as mandatory and a fundamental part of your career. And lastly, grow, expand, blossom. Becoming a healthcare professional is only the beginning of your career in health. While healthcare is oftentimes demanding, we should bear in mind the thought that besides simply obtaining our biannual CME and maintaining certification and licensure, we need to continue to develop ourselves as human beings. The future is likely to provide interesting career trajectories among colleagues emerging not only as expert clinicians, but also as entrepreneurs, researchers, federal officials, editors, publishers, hospital administrators, public health practitioners, senior military officers, state legislators, media figures, just to name a few. Use your newly earned credential and expertise to advance yourself both within your profession and within the healthcare sector and beyond. Today, I've been given a special honor. It's my privilege to be the first to welcome you into our profession as my newest colleagues. So make us proud. You know we've been waiting for you. Welcome and congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, PA Dean. Next, we're excited to present several awards. It is never easy for faculty to select a handful of award recipients among such a talented group of future clinicians. And as noted in the program, our graduates are remarkably accomplished, not only academically, but as clinicians who serve populations and communities in need. Dr. Sarah Bolander will grant the first award.
Hello, everyone. All right, so I am honored that I get to present actually the first two awards. The first is the Outstanding Community Service Award. So the Outstanding Community Service Award is a faculty selected and given to a student who has demonstrated a strong commitment to serving others through the PA program. This year's recipient didn't just meet the criteria, but felt like she embodied them. Her advisor described her as highly empathetic individual that would often go out of her way to assist others, be that fellow students, patients, or even a stranger. She said that even prior to attending PA school, the recipient demonstrated the passion for serving others, and she continued to do so over the 2 years of the program. This recipient is an AHEC scholar with a commitment to enhance skills and knowledge in providing healthcare to underserved populations. And ironically, I got to know this recipient the best during a community service event. We were offering an interprofessional student-run event with the Hug Clinic, in which I was the faculty representative. This is a pro bono clinic that serves our community. She was the first to volunteer, and as I recall, she volunteered twice just to make sure I knew she was all in. Her leadership, and along with a few other of her phenomenal classmates, were able to put on the student-run clinic with PA students, OT, PT, and athletic training as well. They created an incredible interdisciplinary event to provide preventative care to these patients. In true form, as soon as this wrapped up, she immediately reached out and started trying to plan the next event. She also represented NAU and the PA profession nationally by participating in the AAPA Challenge Bowl and attending our national conference 2 years in a row. And yes, she and a few other students may have snuck in very quietly to a sold-out workshop I was facilitating in, but instead of just showing up to gain a few extra orthopedic skills, true to nature, she offered to help set up the room and make sure the event was running smoothly. She doesn't just show up, she shows up ready to serve. Another faculty member summed it up perfectly by saying she's always positive and willing to go beyond and above and beyond. And finally, in a moment that sealed the deal for me, she was the first student in 11 years to send me a Happy Mother's Day email, commenting on how incredible a mother I must be. Those kind and thoughtful words just show attention of exactly the type of person who should get this award. It's my absolute pleasure to present the Outstanding Community Service Award to Jamie Smith, a student whose heart and service matches her dedication. Thank you, Jamie. The next award is for the Outstanding Scholarship Award. The Outstanding Scholarship Award is a faculty-selected award that recognizes a student who demonstrated exceptional academic achievement, professionalism, and contributes to scholarly work. This year's recipient didn't just meet our criteria, but she surpassed them with style. She has a 4.0 in one of the most rigorous programs around. From the beginning, this recipient consistently demonstrated professionalism and poise. One of my favorite qualities in a PA student is also grace. I often tell in admissions that I'm a grit and grace girl. I think that that's what it takes to make a good PA student. She embodies both and carried those qualities through the didactic year and into the clinical year. During the clinical year, even one of our preceptors took the time to contact our program just to tell us about how highly he thought of her. In his words, one of the best. And noted that she was able to collect the champagne tap on her first try with a lumbar puncture. I really got to witness the academic talent as she started working on her capstone project. She reached out to me early maybe way too early, to start talking about topics. She had numerous ones and really wanted to start narrowing them down. She was weighing the merits of each of these and overthinking it just a little bit, just like I would. She dove into the literature, considered every topic with an intent to publish, and brought a level of scholarly curiosity that I was genuinely impressed by. Throughout the process, she reached out regularly, refined her topic, and revised draft after draft after draft. Her commitment to the process and her final product showed her deep understanding and the value of scholarly work in our profession. Honestly, based on the quality of her writing, I'm not sure she really needed my guidance, but I was grateful to work with her. I was lucky to inherit her as an advisee when I joined NAU, and even luckier to watch her thrive in the program. The awards committee clearly agreed, and it's my absolute honor to present the Outstanding Scholarship Award to Heather Gerald. I'd like to welcome Ms. Carlene Donald to the stage to present the next award.
Why, hello. For those of you that don't know me, which is pretty much everyone in this room, except for them, my name is Carlene Donald. I was lucky to join NAU as faculty this last fall, and so this is the first class that I have seen graduate, so you guys are very special to me, and thank you for embracing me in my new role here. One of the requirements of the program is to complete a culminating project, and I'm honored to present this award today to a student who demonstrated excellence in her project. She wrote a manuscript, and it's titled, "The Use of Biologic Medications to Treat Refractory Atopic Dermatitis." Does that mean anything to you? Good, yeah. So it was a wonderful paper. It's intended for submission to a peer-reviewed journal. She worked very hard on it and did an amazing job. So I'd like to welcome Paige Doolittle to the stage.
All right, it is my honor to present the next couple of awards. The first is the Program Mission Award, and this is awarded to a graduating student who best exemplifies the program mission, which is to educate competent clinicians who provide high quality, ethical, culturally appropriate primary health care to individuals across the lifespan within the context of the family and the community, and to prepare graduates to practice in diverse settings throughout Arizona. We have a special emphasis on rural communities and other medically underserved communities. The recipient of this year's award is an Indian Health Service Scholar and an AHEC Scholar for the AI AHEC, and has a very strong interest in giving back to underserved Native American communities, which aligns closely with our mission. This student has been a stellar student, being dependable and proactive. Her preceptors have noted that she is kind and caring and a delight to have on the team. Please join me in congratulating Tamia Wiaki. Next is the Director's Award, And this award is given based on faculty nominations and selected by myself as the director to a student deserving of recognition. And the criteria and selection changes a little bit from year to year based on the cohort that we have. This year's recipient is hardworking, highly motivated and insightful, enthusiastic, eager to learn, and consistently demonstrating professionalism in all of her interactions. She has been proactive in seeking feedback for improvement, and her gentle demeanor helps to build rapport with patients. She has shown maturity and insight in navigating challenging circumstances and consistently conducts herself with integrity and compassion. In addition, I can relate specifically to this student because I also was a mother going through PA school and can appreciate the challenge of being a mom and going through PA school. So please join me in congratulating Aubrey Michaels. Dr. Nicole Ferschke will present the next awards.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of presenting the next two awards. The next award is the Faculty Recognition Award. This is chosen by faculty in special recognition of a graduating student with outstanding academic performance, service, and professionalism. Throughout the entirety of the program, this individual has demonstrated a strong commitment to medical knowledge, excellent clinical acumen, and a deep empathy for both classmates and patients. As class president of the Student Society, she has shown exceptional leadership and consistently impressed faculty and preceptors with her professionalism. She will begin her PA career with advanced training through an emergency medicine fellowship. Please join me in congratulating Josie Ashelson, this year's recipient of the Faculty Recognition Award. All right, our next award is the Diversity and Inclusion Award. This award is chosen by faculty in recognition for exceptional commitment and contributions to creating and supporting a diverse and inclusive environment within the program, university, community, and profession. This year's recipient is an Indian Health Service scholar who has consistently demonstrated a deep commitment to advocating for underrepresented communities and addressing healthcare disparities. Through her work and presence, she has enriched our learning environment and inspired others to engage in meaningful efforts towards inclusivity and equity. Please join me in congratulating McKenna Nelson, this year's recipient of the Diversity and Inclusion Award. At this point, I'm going to welcome Josie back up to the stage for a couple more awards.
All right. So the first award of the night that I'll be presenting is the Peer of the Year Award, which is a class-nominated award for one of our peers. This year's recipient consistently led by example through kindness, integrity, and a strong commitment to the success of others. She treated everybody with respect, offered support when it was needed most, and always made time to help even when her own schedule was full. Throughout the year, she shared study materials and created resources that many of us relied on. Through her actions, she showed us that success is not just about individual achievement, but about lifting each other up. With genuine kindness and steady encouragement, she has uplifted and left a lasting impression on all of us. And she also created the beautiful PowerPoint slide that was played as everybody was coming in today. So please join me. It's with great pride that we honor Haley Chamberlain as the class of 2025 Spirit of the Year. All right, and then the second award that I will be presenting tonight is the Preceptor of the Year Award, which is also a student-nominated award. And this year's recipient created a learning environment that was both supportive and empowering. Under his guidance, we weren't just observers, we were treated as future providers. He gave us meaningful autonomy, hands-on experience with procedures, and thoughtful feedback that helped us grow clinically and professionally. He led by example, showing compassion, clinical excellence, and a deep commitment to patient-centered care. His mentorship made a lasting impact, not just in what we learned, but in how he made us believe in ourselves. And for all that he's done to support us, challenge, and inspire us, we are proud to recognize Dr. Lay as the class of 2025's Preceptor of the Year. And for the remainder of the awards, I will pass it on to Mr. Harrison.
All right. I know we're almost done with some awards and then we'll get to the other good stuff, right? I know. All right. So good evening. Each year, the NAU Physician Assistant Program chooses community members or partners for the Program Appreciation Award. This is given to an individual who has gone above and beyond to assist the program in meeting its mission. This year, we have chosen 2 award recipients. The first award goes to Carlos Pena, PAC. Carlos is being recognized because he has consistently gone above and beyond in his serving our program and his community. As a preceptor at Copper Queen Community Hospital, Carlos has played a vital role in the education of the NAU PA students. He has taken on the vital role of educator and mentor, shaping the next generation of physician assistants with his expertise. Our students continually say that Carlos provides exceptional support and is truly an example of what a PA should aspire to be. He is known for his kindness, his patience, and for encouraging every student to remain curious and to ask questions, reminding us that the best clinicians are lifelong learners. Carlos's impact is deeply felt, not just by those he precepts, but also by the communities he serves. His commitment to mentoring isn't just about sharing knowledge, it's about modeling compassion, integrity, and a genuine desire to help others. We are so proud to present Carlos Pena with this award tonight. Congratulations and thank you. Our second award goes to another preceptor who is newer to the NAUPA program, Dr. Noah Labib, a women's health physician who goes to great lengths to tailor his teaching to each student, modeling patient-centered care and clinical excellence every step of the way. He communicates often with our faculty, sharing his sincere enthusiasm for teaching and always speaking highly of our students, remarking on their intelligence, eagerness, and commitment to learning. Through his mentorship, Dr. Habib inspires those around him to strive for excellence, compassion, and curiosity. Unfortunately, Dr. Habib could not be with us tonight, but he sent a response that he wanted to have me read to the students. I wanted to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for this recognition. I am truly honored by your thoughtfulness and consideration. It was my privilege to be a part of your education and assist in teaching you for your women's health rotations. Each of you that I had the pleasure of working with were fully engaged, eager to learn, and demonstrated a level of professionalism well beyond what I could have hoped for. I congratulate you all for your hard work and dedication in becoming the best physician assistants anywhere. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. Dr. Habib. And now Dr. Jacob Gubler will be presenting the Pi Alpha recipients.
Really, I'm here to get you to sign up for ASAP or leadership. So, no, just kidding. It's my honor to be able to announce the recipients of the Pi Alpha Honor Society induction. The Pi Alpha Honor Society honors physician assistant students, graduates, and faculty who demonstrate the highest standards of character, conduct, and achievement. Membership signifies a distinguished commitment to academic excellence, professionalism, leadership, research, and service to both the community and the profession. Chapters may induct up to 15% of the graduating class, an intentional limit that underscores the prestige of this recognition and offers an opportunity to celebrate those who truly exemplify the values of the PA profession and program. Tonight, we are proud to recognize this year's inductees, individuals who have consistently excelled in academics, professionalism, and service. On behalf of the NAU PA program and the Department of PA Studies, I extend my sincerest congratulations and gratitude for your contributions and collaboration over the past 2 years. Your impact is deeply appreciated. Each inductee will receive a certificate, honor pin, and graduation cord as symbols of their outstanding achievements. As your name is called, please rise and come forward to be recognized. Josie Ashlison. Deanna Baldwin. Haley Chamberlain. Paige Doolittle. Heather Gerald. Kylie Malili. Aubrey Michaels. and Tamia Wayaki. Thank you so much for your service and for, it's been an amazing opportunity to get to know you for 3 years, right? That whole admissions cycle and interviews and everything. So congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, everyone, and congratulations on your awards and recognition. It's now time to confer the letters of completion to the class of 2025. All graduates receive a Master of Physician Assistant Studies degree from Northern Arizona University, as well as a letter signifying completion of the PA program. Mr. Nick Goodman will announce graduate names and faculty who are coding. My memory is short. Can you remind me your names? We have Professor McLeod and Professor Copeland who are coming to assist with the coding. Today, graduates receive their long professional white coat, which signifies their transition from student to clinician. Graduates, please line up for the ceremony and photographs.
Here we are, we're ready to go. Miriam Allaworthy. Baylin Arkin. Ricardo Armenta Jacobo. Kaya Armstrong. Josie Ashlison. Liliana Avalos. Cody Avery. Isabel Azar. Deanna Baldwin. Ardeen Hope Balili Bowman. Haley Chamberlain. Pooja Chetri. Paige Doolittle. Catherine Aiken. Carly Ensley. Jennifer Enriquez. Montserrat Espericueta. Heather Gerald. Joshua Gamirik. Victor Gonzalez. Yalda Hadri. Catherine Hammond. Brianne Hicks. Christina Ayat. Sophia Khalil. Miranda Coe. Tianan Lee. Leslie Lopez Sanchez. Samantha Lucero. Kylie Malile. Marie Eve McHugh. Elena Metz. Aubrey Michaels. Sam Molesky. Haley Moore. Carter Moskowitz. Joseph Mwangi. McKenna Nelson. Daniel Nguyen.
That's my advisee!
Hafsa Omar. Joshua Michael Perez. Ruben Puja. Abby Rambo. Jordan Ramirez. Mason Ross. Ana Ruiz Parga. Shanti Ryan. Farnoosh Sarikani. Jamie Smith. Tessa Thurman. Lauren Valentine. Grace Wanjiru. McKenna Warner. Tamia Wiaki. Bradley Wieland. Niley Zale. Princess Crystal Alexis Zamora. Congratulations, class of 2025.
It's a long walk. Esteemed guests, it's my honor to present to you the NAUPA class of 2025. All right, as our time together, you guys can sit. It's not very much longer, I promise. But as our time together comes to a close, it has been a wonderful celebration and recognition of your many hard-earned accomplishments. We couldn't possibly teach you everything you need to know in your career as a PA in 24 short months. But we hope to have instilled in you a solid foundation and an unquenchable curiosity, the ability to ask questions and seek out answers, and to embrace lifelong learning. May the friendships you have made in your time in the program last a lifetime. It is my hope that you remain close through the years, even if many miles may separate you. I would encourage you, just like Dr. Gubler, to become advocates for the profession, to get involved in your national and state organizations, and utilize this network, amazing network of colleagues, as resources, and when you're ready, precept students. As PAs, you may have to remind your patients that you are not a doctor, but do so with pride, knowing that you will have the distinct honor and privilege to make a difference in many people's lives. To give you an idea of the influence the class of 2025 will have, it is estimated that new PA graduates will see about 20 patients a day, 50 weeks out of the year, maybe you get a couple weeks of vacation, translates to 5,000 visits per year. And there are 57 of you. That would be 285,000 patient visits in the next year alone. In only a few short years, that number reaches 1 million. That's a significant contribution from the NAU class of 2025. The hundreds and thousands of patients who you will help in your career will continue to refine who you are. Your journey certainly doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. Class of 2025, I think I speak not only for myself, but on behalf of the faculty and the staff. We have learned much from you, and to say that it has been an honor to share in the process with you is simply not enough. Graduates, we are exceedingly proud of you. That concludes our ceremony for this evening. We hope you'll join us for some refreshments, photographs, celebration of accomplishments, and those will be out to the doors in the back of the room. So thank you all for coming, and once again, congratulations, class of 2025.